I was premature.
You have to wait for me to click the button.
I'm waiting for you to click the button.
No, you didn't.
I am totally waiting for you to click the button.
The button.
I know, it's showtime.
Showtime. Hey, guys.
Hey there, guys. How you doing? We are live. This is our weekly live. Get your questions in now. Start asking them. We're going to go through some news and everything else. You will notice if you are a regular member here, regular subscriber, that our chat is now set to subscribers only. We've had a huge influx in subscribers. Going to have to, regulate a little bit. Plus, is it so bad that you got to subscribe to comment? I don't think so. I think it's actually pretty good. Stick around. We have a lot of great stuff here. Quick thing on a somber note, we do want to say our hearts go out to all the families of victims in the Minneapolis shooting. We're not going to get political on it, but it's still at the same time, it's something that should not have happened, and our definitely hearts go out to those people on that. In other news as well, G2E is right around the corner. We are right around 36 days out. We have a sign-up list for that. It's on our website. You can go there and sign up if you are interested in coming to our G2E meetup. It is October 5th at 6 p.m. That is Sunday, just before G2E. We have a sign-up sheet, and we will have information going out for that next week. We also have a ticket that you can a pass that you can get for the expo. That has to be done by September 30th. That's why we're sending out the email early. You can still sign up and still come. If you don't plan to go to the expo, then you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. But September 13th is the cutoff for that pass. So we want to get everybody out who wants to go to the expo. Okay. It is a lot of fun. It's a blast. I know we talked how Vegas is kind of going on the downturn right now because of attendance, but we're going to be there. We're going to make it a blast. Absolutely fun the whole time. For our meetup at G2E, it's going to be at Downtown Grand, 6 p.m. October 5th, Sunday. And we're going to have a goodie bag to give you guys. I got some great stuff already arriving there, put in there. We've got some members who have actually donated stuff to go in those goodie bags. So we're going to make sure to give them credit when we see them at G2E. And we're going to have a slot tournament, hot dog and a beer for everybody provided by Downtown Grand. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. Also in here, we have our great moderators, Proud Monkey, Jason, Majestic Slots. Make sure to subscribe to his channel, and the wonderful Susan. And that's all I got, Mark.
Dave is our resident marketing specialist.
Oh,
marketing
Susie
CEO.
Q. Seattle Susie Q asked a question right now. Question about slot contest. Do we have to be present to win the big prize? Are you talking about at G2E? If you're talking about G2E, we're going to figure that out. Okay?
We're giving
figure that
away a
out.
big prize?
Probably not a big prize. If you're talking about the Pop Slots one, you do not need to be present to win.
No.
We'll contact you, for sure. We'll let you know on that one.
Dave is a professional.
I try. I definitely
When I'm
try.
here, when he's by himself, reckless.
I've always heard I have the voice for radio. What's that say about my face?
I know exactly what that says about your face. It's funny because I've been told that too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hope you guys are doing well.
Jumping in right away to questions here because Bobby Root. Why do Las Vegas not have Class 2 slots? Essentially, there's no reason for them to have Class 2 slots. In the gaming world, Class 3 is basically looked at as king. It's the top of the list. Everything else is looked at as just so-so. The reason places have Class 2 is because they started out with Class 2. Either that's the laws of the state. That's how they started out. If it was a tribal casino, they started out with bingo. And the natural progression was going to those Class 2 slots because it's not really a big reach. You're still playing bingo. And so essentially that's why you're not going to find it anywhere in Las Vegas. I have heard that there is a casino somewhere in Nevada that does have Class 2 slots, but I do not know exactly where that is. I had to get that one. I saw that one. I'm like, bam.
Bam. Fast fingers. Fast clicking. All right, guys. As always, this is our weekly Q&A show. So if you have any questions for us, go ahead and start filling up the chat. We're going to star these things up like we usually do and try to get to all of them if we can. So thank you guys so much for being in here. We really do appreciate you. Lots of new subscribers to the channel. We hope you guys are getting educated and becoming better and smart gamblers. That's what we're here for. So, all right, Dave, you've already been jumping into it, so I guess it's my turn now.
Go for it.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Tony Jazz says, Mark, how did you first find or meet with Dave? Great question. Well, we haven't been asked this in a long time.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah. He basically insulted me publicly. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't.
I told him Top Dollar was no good. Oh, wait, no, that's Top Dollar
exactly.
Pop.
So you guys may or may not be familiar, but Dave and I actually had channels before Gamble Smart. I had one called Home Slots where I did all the home slots repairs and refurbishment and stuff. And then Dave had one called Gamble the Globe. And I was doing a video on a Top Dollar restoration where I was bringing one back to life that I found on the side of the road, essentially. And Dave ended up commenting on it, saying, I don't remember what you said. First, you're like, I love Top Dollar or something like that.
Probably something dumb like that. I love Top Dollar.
Yeah, I love Top Dollar. And so then we started talking, and I noticed that he started commenting on a lot of my videos. And so I think we ended up, this was around COVID time, wasn't it?
It was literally
before.
Right after Vegas had opened. It was the second week Vegas had been open from COVID.
That's right.
And we were there. Bam.
That's right. So we ended up meeting for the first time there. It was in New York. I still remember, and it was a very short meet and greet. But yeah, rest is history. We basically kept on with our individual channels, and then I went over to Cowboy Slots for a while, and then after that, Dave and I came together and say, hey, you know what? Let's do something different.
Let's do something new together.
Let's do something together, and rest is history.
And then Mark said, I think we should keep our pants on. And I said, okay, let's start a YouTube channel then.
Yeah, right. Dave keeps me honest is what he does. Or I keep him honest. I think that's more likely to be the case.
One of those things occurs. We're not really sure.
But yeah, the rest is history. A lot of people think we're brothers or something just because we're always like picking on each other. But that just comes with camaraderie and us being so similar in stuff. So we have a lot of fun, and it's been a fun ride. And Dave is a true friend of mine, and I would never trade it for the world.
Yeah, me neither, because Mark has been an awesome channel partner, plus a great friend. We work through stuff together. That's like what's really great about us, I think, is, when we have issues, it's one of us has issues. The other one is the guy who's like, hey, let's work on that. Holy crap.
What?
Jackpot Judo. Hold on a second. Let me get this other one real quick.
Okay.
Because this one came up first. Damn. All right, here we go. Dave Carlson, thank you for your $5 super chat. I've read IP games, Wheel of Fortune, Willy Wonka typically have a lower RTP than non-Pig Sectra. Do you concur? Is that the reason why YouTubers don't play IP much per? Well, it's more along the lines of those are licensed games. Licensed games have to pay back the licensee. So if you see Sex and the City, Crazy Rich Asians, any of those movie-themed games, anything that has a theme that follows a movie and or brand, such as Wheel of Fortune, they're going to have to pay the brand back. So necessarily, it doesn't mean it's a worse game to play, but the settings may be lower. And I say maybe because they may not be. So that's yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit further.
There you go. Mark's going to go further.
So the Dave is right on the surface, but the way that they do it, or at least the way that they try to explain it being lower, is they always connect them to wide area progressives. A lot of those big games that have licensed themes usually have a big, gigantic progressive that's linked amongst many machines. And anytime you see anything with a wide area progressive, typically the highest RTP setting on there is around 90%. In fact, I've never seen it any higher than that. So that's kind of their justification, is that they will do something like Sex and the City, or, gosh, there's been so many of them. Wheel of Fortune,
so many.
Willy Wonka, all those. So their justification for, setting it a little bit lower is the wide area progressive, but the licensing does come into it because they do have to pay for that license. So, all right, should we get to the Jackpot Judos? A very interesting and very relevant question, in my opinion.
Super easy question, though, too.
It's funny because we had this, David, wasn't it about a month ago that somebody asked us this? And then I showed you that video of that metal band.
Yes.
Remember that?
I do remember
somebody
that.
ordered pineapple on the pizza. I can't remember the name of the death metal band, but the guy's like, just start screaming at somebody for ordering pineapple on a pizza. Absolutely
Because
not.
it's true. Jackpot Judo, $100 super chat. Thank you so much, Jackpot Judo. Question: pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Keep putting out great content, gents. No, pineapple belongs on in a drink, on a sundae.
What, in a drink?
In upside down cake. Well, pineapple, a pina colada. That's pineapple in it.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, on a sundae, upside
I was thinking
down
like
cake.
the entire pineapple, like inside of the drink.
Whatever. It belongs on cruise cabin doors, upside down, of course.
Yeah.
But it does not belong on pizza.
Right.
I actually saw a video one
Unless you're
time.
in California.
This guy made this whole entire pizza, and he said, "I'm going to show you the correct way to enjoy pineapple on a pizza." And he had pineapple on it, and he just threw it right in the trash. I'm like, perfect.
That's probably realistic. Yeah.
That is realistic right there. But yeah,
And,
no pineapple for me. That's can't do it.
That's a California thing. They're all over there.
You think? Because
well, let us know.
Really
there's a lot of you
thing.
guys in California in here. Let us know. Is pineapple on a pizza thing out there? Because I have a couple friends out there, and they swear by it.
I think it's just a weird thing.
Pineapple and barbecue chicken and weird stuff.
I will tell you this: had I asked for pineapple at the Angeloni's place that NJ took me to, I'm pretty sure I would have gone in the oven.
Head first.
Head first, exactly.
But thank you, Eric, so much for the $100 super chat. We really do appreciate you. And I know that you guys probably all subscribe to Jackpot Judo because we see it in the statistics. But if you haven't, please go and check him out. We really do appreciate his support of the community. Yep. And yeah, we're family strong here. So thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you.
We got another one.
Another one. Oh man,
from Bob's Tank. You want to take this one?
Yeah, go ahead. If I was to taser the button slapping Yahoo sitting next to me at the casino, will any harm come to the slot machine when they were playing? Probably not. Okay. They probably. I have a hard time like recommending this as a good course of action though.
We're not saying that you taser the guy, but if you were to taser him, it won't
cattle prod all day long. You got to do the cattle prod from casino, right? Under the arm,
right on the sleeve.
Yeah, just boom, like that. I mean, no, nothing will happen to the machine.
The machine will be fine.
They test those machines, guys, because a lot of there are still people that comment on our videos say, "Oh yeah, unless you have a jammer." Guys, jammers don't work anymore.
Jammers don't work.
That's a long that they used to, but they don't anymore because they've really isolated the electronics inside the machine. So I doubt anything would happen to the slot machine. Can't say so much for your button slapper friend though.
Yeah.
All right. Spirit of the morning.
Spirit of the morning. Thank you, Spirit of the morning.
If somebody likes pineapple on their pizza, it belongs there. If they don't like pineapple on their pizza, it doesn't belong there.
I'm saying the people who like pineapple on their pizza don't belong here.
That's kind of mean. NJ slot guy, no pineapple pizza. Yes.
That's right, NJ. You got it.
That's my bro right there. He knows it. He knows it. Get Mr. Happy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the scene. Get Mr. Happy. Base number. What did he say? Like table 3, position 2.
Table 3, position 2. I need Mr. Happy. And we got Susan Seattle City Q gifting 5 Gamble Smart memberships. If you are new here and you have not subscribed, make sure to click that. However, if you're looking to get one of these memberships that are given away every so now and then by our members, make sure you're subscribed and make sure your YouTube settings have those settings set to where you can accept free memberships. Seattle Susie Q, she has to pay for those 5 free memberships. We have several other people. Someone else just did as I was speaking. If you do get one of these memberships, make sure to check out our post section and go check out on how to get to our Discord and the code on how to play our really cool free slot machine games that are available to our members. Thank you, Seattle Susie Q.
Thank you.
And we got one more there.
Go for it.
What was the other one? It's down here a bit.
It says B.
It's B. It's Bassmaster. Bassmaster.
All right.
Thank you,
buddy.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. You guys are awesome.
Growing our member base because we have a lot of fun.
We have somebody from California with the official word. Yes, pineapple is a thing. Just add it to a pepperoni pizza. It tastes great. See, it's a California thing. I'm convinced. No. It's actually not that bad. Am I going to regret saying that?
The fact that you have to say it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
There's a lot of things not that bad.
It doesn't really belong on it. Now, see what you started, Eric. Jesus. All right.
Snails aren't that bad, but People eat them.
Snails? Nobody's talking about snails on pizza.
You're just saying it's not that bad. Snails aren't that bad.
What? How is that relevant? Let's move on.
Bad.
And Bob Johnson gifted the Tim memberships. The guy, maybe everybody.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that.
Thank
Bob's
you so much, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Rebuttal. Okay. Thank you very much, Bob. Appreciate that. Make sure you thank Bob for those memberships if you get one. From George. I'm in California. It's not a thing. But in New Haven, Connecticut, they do clams on pizza. I'd rather have pineapple. George, I don't usually agree with you, but I'm going
to have to agree with you on this one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right on that one. Is really snails a thing? Is that a thing on pizza?
Escargot. No, I mean, it's
on pizza?
Snails, though. But
yeah, but on pizza?
In France?
Yeah, but we're not in France.
Well, so? We're not in Connecticut either, but they eat clams on pizza there.
Okay. God, this is a gambling show, right?
We're getting there eventually, guys. I promise.
Yeah, we're getting there. Sorry, guys.
All right, let me scroll back up here in case I missed any questions. There we go. Take a question while I scroll back up. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, I haven't been looking either. Oh my God, this is filled with all the.
Someone dropped another couple of memberships. I think that might be Amanda.
Oh, J-Dog.
J-Dog. There's J-Dog. It's either J-Dog or Amanda with the cat.
Yeah, it's the usual suspects.
Thank you, J-Dog.
Our usual roundups. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you. All right, and since you answered our pizza question correctly, I'm just kidding. All Net Services in Central California says, does the random number generator continue running during the bonus round? Does it control the bonus round, or is it a different RNG for the bonus round? So there's actually two ways this works. And it really depends on the game. So on some games, whenever you initiate the bonus round, there is an RNG pool that pulls the certain virtual reel strips that are going to be used during the bonus round. So imagine there's most games have 5 reels now. So there'll be a set of 5 reels. And there's probably 30 different sets of 5 reels that the RNG can pick from. And then those are the values that you get to see. This is really common on like the Firelink style games, things like that, where there's values on the balls and the orbs. And then after that, every single spin is an RNG stop. And there's an RNG stop for every reel that is on the machine. And basically what that is imagine the RNG is pulling one of those values on that reel strip to display for you. And on any of the games that have like the individual, let me back up. So you know how some games, the whole reel moves, right? You have a 5-reel game, like the whole reel moves. But then during the bonus, you see little individual squares. And only those squares are moving independently from all the other ones. That is one single reel for each of those squares that is on that. So you're actually playing like a 15-reel game at that point. And each one of those has an RNG stop. But that was a very long answer to say that nothing's predetermined. Randomness is still very much involved in the bonus rounds. You don't know what the end result's going to be. It's just all about your timing on pressing that button and hope for the best. That's really how it works. So good question, though. I like that geeky stuff.
One quick comment, guys. I do see a lot of questions in here about different influencers and the relation to the video that Jason put out, the response video that Mark did. We are not going to be addressing any questions that are specific to a channel, okay? Yeah. We're not saying names. We're not doing any of that. So if you have a generic question that has to do with Jason's video or the video Mark put out, we'll be happy to do it. But we're not going to take any specific questions if you mention the actual channel, okay? Try to be vague on that.
Yeah. No, what do you think of so and so? We're not going to be doing that.
Right.
It's all about the messaging, guys. That's what matters here. All right. Let's see.
Oh, here's one from Hey Helen. Hey Helen. I heard Beau Rivard is allowing recording now. Not sure if you have to request it to do so. Yes, you do have to request it. The request process from MGM has gotten way easier. And they are allowing recording now at all MGM properties. It just has to go through the paperwork, and good to go. We're hoping to make a Beau Rivard trip at some point. I know that NJ was there recently with some other channels, and he said it was great. No issues at all recording, and we're looking forward to it because it's a short ride for us to get there by plane. I should put that in there. By plane.
Definitely not by drive, yeah. Let's see. Simon S says, my free play has gone up. I just don't know why. Secondly, is it foolish to make a 45-minute drive to the casino for free gift offers? So to answer your first question, man, every casino and players card system is totally different. A lot of them use a lot of fancy algorithms, factoring in tons of things. Are they low on attendance that month? Have you not been there in a while? When the last time you were there, did you come across as a winner or you played a lot? Like all of these things are factored in to determining that stuff. I will say that over the last like 3 years, my free play with MGM has always been steadily going like this, down, 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 down. And for the first time in 3 years, it's actually gone up. And I suspect because number one, they're trying to get people back out to Vegas. And number two, I haven't been there since March. And that's one of the longest stretches.
Mark doesn't like us anymore.
I know. It's like usually I'm there every 3 months or so. And so it's been a longer stretch. And so they're probably trying to entice me to get up there to juicing it a little bit. But that's up to the casino and how much competition it has and all that. There's no way to figure that out, honestly. And some casinos like WinStar are way more complicated than others. Secondly, is it foolish to make a 45-minute drive to casino for free gift offers? If you can get the offer and get the hell out, no problem.
I go to WinStar and to Choctaw. WinStar is an hour. Choctaw is about an hour and 30 minutes. Because they have the free gifts, I'll go up there and grab it and maybe have lunch if I got some food credit, maybe play some free play, and I'm back home. And I usually would give those away because I'm not really wanting that stuff anymore. But no, free gift, 45 minutes, done. That's a lunch break.
Yeah.
Long lunch break, but it's a
I just saw this one come in. It's interesting you bring this up, Harley. By the way, Mark, tribal casinos in Michigan will not take federal taxes out of hand pays. They say it's up to the winner to send it in. They don't even take state taxes out. This is now the second time.
On another comment. Yeah.
Yes, this just happened. And it was a totally different state. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I've never heard of this. I thought that they always had to give you the option. And so I'm going to have to start looking into this.
They don't have to. So they can do it, but they don't have to give you the option. So they don't have to process it. But they do still give you a W-2.
Yeah.
But they just won't take any taxes out. I have heard that before. But it's just one of those things where it's more of a common practice now to where they take it out.
That's not good. I don't like that at all. I hope they change that.
I think you should be obligated to take out federal taxes.
Right.
You know, it's like, hey, I want my federal taxes taken out. It's a button for them. That's all it is. It's not like they're.
And I also think that should be the default unless you say otherwise.
That would be great.
You know, but it's not that way. Usually they don't even say anything. You have to know to ask for taxes.
You have to know to ask.
Oh,
Pino, going to WinStar for the first time. Where do I even start in a casino that big? I would start the parking lot. One of the best places to do is actually come through the main entrance. It's got the big globe. You can't miss it. It's considered basically the main entrance of WinStar. Go in through there. You'll be directly in the Rome non-smoking room. The Players Club is essentially right there. Grab your player's card. Go straight across to the non-smoking room. That's where we start. We've got a dozen videos at least of us playing different games. They're easy to find with the WinStar app. You can type them in. You can find them in that huge place. Start in the non-smoking room because it's essentially contained. It's non-smoking. It's very centralized. You can walk everywhere from there. Good luck. Don't get lost. Have a partner. Have a buddy in there.
Yep.
It's super easy to turn around.
Oh, goodness, yeah. That's why we usually just stay in one room because it's even a room inside of WinStar is big enough that you have plenty of variety of games to play. You really don't need to go through the entire casino because you're going to see a lot of repetition throughout the casino. There's only maybe a few instances where you'll find a specific machine only in one location. They really kind of duplicate it around. So, yeah, I follow Dave's advice. Start there. And Paul RW says, as a slot tech, do you have access to slot machine manuals? They seem impossible to find. Yeah, they are impossible to find because they're behind a login wall for all that stuff. Par sheets, manuals, technical guides, schematics, all that kind of stuff is all behind a login. So it's not available to the public. Some of them have leaked out, especially the older machines. You can find some manuals like PDFs and stuff like that. Sometimes we see them in the machines. As you guys know, we buy machines from casino dealers, and sometimes the manual's just sitting right in there. Plus the other casino paperwork's in there, which I always love seeing. But there's always kind of something in there. But it is hard to find. And I'll take this next one real quick, Dave, and then
go for it.
So Lori says, I have never won in Vegas. RTP isn't there. The RTP is there. The RTP
and usually it's pretty high.
Yeah, well, it's not super high, but it's within the normal range that you would find in any casino anywhere else. It's usually like, I mean, the worst case is maybe 85% on the low end for penny style machines on the strip, but all the way up to 98% on the higher denomination machines on the strip. And we know that by the return to player data over the years. And it's not really changed, guys. In fact, I think over the last 5 years, the differences have between the payback percentages has maybe decreased 0.1, 0.2%, something like that. Not very much. But listen, here's how slot machines work. And this is why it's really deceiving to a lot of us because, and we say this all the time, Dave and I go to Vegas, we stay at the same places, we play the same damn machines over and over and over again. Sometimes we win, sometimes we get destroyed, sometimes we kind of middle of the road, right? We know confidently, with 100% confidence, they have not touched those machines and messed with the RTP whatsoever. You just have to be lucky and get there at the right time to be able to get it, right? And an individual visit to a Vegas casino is not going to give you enough information to be able to tell, wow, this casino's tight or anything like that. And you hear those stories all the time. Man, I went to Aria and I got rinsed. They must have lowered everything because, on the weekend.
That's my usual Aria experience, actually.
Yeah. I just got totally rinsed, and it's like they must have done something. They had to have. How else can you explain all those losses? Randomness. That's part of the equation. That's part of how it works. They don't touch anything, but if you play a slot machine long enough, the best way to know this, really, guys, honestly, is to get a slot machine at the house and play it thousands and thousands of times. And you're going to notice that some days you come down and play it and you're getting bonus rounds left and right. And then other days you come down and you can't get anything. That's just how they're designed to do. You are going to have
like
those
the slot machine right behind Mark right now.
Oh yeah, this one.
That one.
5-line top dollar. Yeah, that one's for sale. We just finished it. But anyway, it's just, you got to expect that, right? You're not always going to win. The most often scenario is you will not win. But if you focus on trying to bank those winnings, a lot of people say, I never win anything. And I say that's bullshit. you definitely do win.
You didn't cash out.
You didn't cash out. You kept playing, or you didn't take a break, or you started up your game, or whatever the case is. There's always a reason why you left with nothing. And it usually has to do with budget and discipline and things like that. So try to focus on that instead of trying to think that the RTP may be impacting your ability to win in Vegas. I hope that helps, Lori. Good question, though. Love it.
From Debbie Simpson, the free pick on Neptune's Gold. Why? What is the purpose? Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't appear. Debbie, the free pick piece is just part of the game. It's just what happens during the game to give you the feeling of a bonus, because the bingo card already decided what you're going to win. So you can't really pick anything different. It's just part of the game to give that extra something to it, instead of just playing the classic 3 reels with no bonus. So that's basically why it is. Why it happens sometimes, it's just because the bingo card. That's what makes it happen. That literally decides everything in a class 2 bingo game.
Yeah, that one's definitely all visual. You got to stare at the bingo card to really figure out what is going on. Everything after that is just visual. All right, let's see what else we got.
Oh, I'm going to take this one real quick here. From Double Diamond. What is the best way to get to the strip if you don't have a car? I'm coming from downtown. There are 2 great ways. Well, 3 great ways if you count. There is a taxi, there is an Uber or Lyft, and then there's the bus. All these ways are great. The bus is definitely the most affordable of the 3 options by far. But the bus will stop at every single stop. So it's great if you want to tour the whole strip. You can get off wherever you want, and you don't have to start right off in the middle or start off at the end. You can get somewhere else. I do recommend the bus just because it is affordable. But if you are so inclined, taxi or Uber run roughly $25 to $30 depending on the time of day.
Just don't bank on getting a seat. on the deuce bus.
It can be crowded. It can be crowded.
Yes, there definitely was when we were there. So, Lori, thanks, Mark. This is just a follow-up to the previous question. You're right about me not having a discipline. Hey, Lori,
Hey,
you're in the
we
right
all start
place.
somewhere.
Man, you are in the right place. We all go through this, and that's why we're here. So hopefully you have a chance to check out some of our videos on budgeting and session management and stuff like that, because we may be able to give you some tips on how to work some of that discipline into your regimen when you're playing. It's not easy, and that's why we always say don't try to do it all at once. Take baby steps. Do one thing every single trip to make yourself a little better, and you'll end up being a better gambler because of it. So good luck out there, Lori.
And from Tim R. Pat, I've had such a miserable year gambling on my $1 low volatile slots. I'm taking 90-day hiatus. No slot trips until mid-November. Tim, that's a great idea. When you're on what you feel is a losing streak, take a break, take time out, recenter yourself, go find something else to do in that time, come back fresh if you even want to come back at all. So that's a great thing, though. The recognizing that maybe I'm not helping myself and I just need to step aside for a little bit. Nothing wrong with that at all. You're doing good.
Yep.
Oh, here's another one here from Tiglet24. Dave, I was at the Venetian last week. Hunt for Top Stop. Couldn't find it. Off the floor already. Didn't see anywhere else here in Vegas. No, because my sister was there last week. So, and she played it and did horrible at it because she's horrible at slots in the first place. She loves things with pigs and gold coins and things that stack. So that's what happened.
Gotcha.
No, it is at the Palazzo, actually. They had moved it from the Venetian to the Palazzo. So it is still there. Cash Up Jackpots is there in the Palazzo as well. Palazzo is kind of the test bed. You will see it in Venetian again. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be in Palazzo the first time. When I saw it, it was at the Venetian. So it is still there, though.
All right.
I think it's a fun game. I think there's a lot of playability in that game.
Yeah, I hope it takes off. I'm worried about those games that, people just aren't interested in. All right, let's see. Mike Frederick says, hey, Mark and Dave, is 4 times Diamond Slot Machine a low volatility game? Close to Top Dollar Deluxe? Definitely not. 4 times, but anytime you kind of go over the 3 times multiplier, you start to get into the danger zone when it comes to volatility. So although I've had some decent hits over the years on 4 times pay or 4 times diamond, it's kind of a tough machine. So yeah, stick with 3 times multiplier or less. So triple stars, triple diamond, those kind of games to kind of stay. Top Dollar Deluxe is actually not all that volatile, believe it or not. It can be a headache, but it's not really a volatile game. But you got to bet the 15 credits. That's the part that sucks.
Yep. A lot of credits.
Yep.
Cha-ching. A lot of pizza comments here. I'm scrolling.
I know, right? I've been reading those. So Jackpot Judo started. All right, let's see.
Here's one from Gene. Going to West Wendover this weekend. Which casino do you like? I liked the Aquarius. Is that right?
No.
Rainbow.
Yeah, I think
Rainbow.
that's the one I like the most.
Rainbow was really nice. I liked it a lot. Peppermill, I think, was another one that was pretty good. So yeah, just it's not very big. You can hop around casinos pretty easily through there. So drop in each one. Don't even play. Just drop in each casino one by one. Figure out where you want to play, then go play there.
Yep. All right, guys. We're going to take just a quick break because we want to remind you guys about our Pop Slots offer right now. And for full disclosure, they are a sponsor on this channel. They've compensated us in exchange for giving an amazing opportunity to go play the World Tournament slots in the Bahamas this October. And you've heard us talk about it all this month. Well, we're coming down to the wire here. We don't have much time left. And we wanted to remind you guys how to enter. So the first thing you need to do is download the Pop Slots app if you haven't before. And I'm going to post our link in there, and I'm sure the mods are going to do that too. So please use our link. It just lets them know that it's coming from us, just so they can link everything up. And we appreciate the support of the channel, of course, for doing that. But again, like the exchange here is tremendous for you guys. So one person that comments either on this live, Now do it in the comment, not in the live chat. Wait till the video's done and then comment. Or any of the other Pop Slots videos that we did where we mentioned Pop Slots. If you comment on there, you're going to get a free entry into being picked to go there, right? We get 1 ticket that we're giving away, which is freaking awesome. But that ends very, very soon with the next week. So you got to get going on that. We don't have a whole lot of comments. So I think you guys have a pretty good opportunity for our giveaway. But you can also earn entries by playing Pop Slots. And again, you don't have to buy anything in there. You can use the daily coins. There's plenty. Don't feel like you have any urge to buy any of that kind of stuff. Go in there and play whatever games that you enjoy that are part of the tournament of slots, World Tournament of Slots. And they are giving away over 400 tickets in there. So there's a lot more opportunity there than just with us. But we're honored that they selected us to be able to give one of these tickets away. And guys, it's when they told us about this, we're like, wait a minute, we get to do what?
I get to give away a seat.
Yeah, it's
one of our subscribers who comments on this video and other videos will win an entry into the World Tournament Slots. One of those people could be a millionaire.
Yeah. 1 in 500. If you get there, you have a 1 in 500 chance of becoming a millionaire. Dude, there's not even odds like that in the lottery or anywhere.
There's no odds like that anywhere.
So anyway, it's all expenses paid, flight for 2, you and a friend get to go. I think there's a cap on the flight credit, but room and board while you're there. I think it's 3 nights. Is that right, Dave? 3 nights, 2 days?
3 nights, yeah.
Yep. Entry into the World Tournament Slots, huge party and all that. Like, we're really excited about this. We wish we could enter into this thing. Sadly, we're not allowed to.
I couldn't even win a seat.
Get your entries in. And again, we want to thank him very much for the support of the channel and then also being able to provide this wonderful gift to some of you. So thank you so much, Pop Slots. We appreciate you. All right, back to the show.
And here it is from Joe Pitty. Will you be doing another slot machine giveaway to raise money for donations again? Yes, we will be doing that next year to raise money for the Children's Army. We did it this year. It was very successful. We're going to do it again next year. Haven't decided exactly when. Maybe March this year, maybe April. We'll figure it out when it gets closer.
Absolutely.
Same terms, maybe a little extra. We don't know yet.
Last time we sold out, guys. We sold 1,000 tickets.
1,000 tickets.
1,000 tickets, raising $25,000 for the Children's Army. It was amazing. You guys were just, especially coming in clutch at the end. Just thank you so much. And we want to do the same thing, obviously, next year. So, all right. PJB's Tigger. He's back from my home slots channel.
Oh,
Old
gotcha.
School. Would you be willing to do a live gameplay on that IGTS plus double top dollar? I've actually done some on the channels, but I think you have to be a member to see them. But I'll put a video. So I may actually do a special video on it because it's such a rare and unique item.
So rare.
So maybe we'll do that on the original channel here. All right, let's see.
Oh, this is from Seattle Suzy Q. Resorts World fees go back into effect September 11th. Yeah, I did not like the fact that they tabled them for a short time. They should have just kept them.
You know what that was? They were just trying to get the news articles.
They're trying to get the news article.
That's all they were doing.
I mean, it's the same thing with Circa doing their all-inclusive thing, which wasn't exactly all-inclusive.
Right.
But it's to get the business driven in. I mean, it for sure is.
Let's see. run that Pop Slots commercial you guys cut. That was some acting. That was terrible acting. And if you're a member, make sure you go watch our bloopers from that. It's hilarious. It took
Those
us
are
like
all marked bloopers. I'm like, come on.
No, you're the one that started it. You said Plop Slots. Then it all went to hell after that.
Wait a minute. It's not Plop Slots? I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Oh, God. All right, let's see.
Oh, I like this one. AP Stevens. If a casino was to play your theme song when you walked in, what song would it be?
Oh, I'm going to say Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me.
See,
I think that's a good message for a casino.
When I think of intro music, I go back to my WWF days, So it would be like, Hulk Hogan's, coming in, like something like that.
Dun,
Or
dun, dun, dun.
you smell it with a rock is cooking.
Sunday.
And do like that. Something like that. Yeah, totally. Just
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I could see that.
Generation X. Bam. That should be NJ's thing.
This show
Generation X in the house.
This show is falling apart quick. All right, Silly You says, I play a lot better since watching you guys. I know when to walk away. I actually won the last 3 times. Oh man, that's awesome to hear. Let's really give the wave guys to everybody in the chat. Let's do the thumbs up, the wave, whatever you want to emoji.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah, thank you so much. Congratulations to you, Silly You. That's awesome. Learning to walk away is the most powerful thing you can learn, guys. It's also the hardest to do. Trust me, that is the hardest to do. Let's see what
Red Carnation. Who do you talk to get permission for filming? The easiest thing to do is to email the casino and ask to have your email forwarded to the marketing department. If you can find the marketing department directly, that's even better. But marketing is generally where you start with that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, this is a good question. Machu Fire says, good topic. Explain difference between pop slots, social site, and the sweeps SC coins. I say SC sweeps are 100% iGaming and these regulations. So yeah, there is a clear difference between social casinos and sweepstakes casinos. Social casinos, there is no real money involved when it comes to cashing out, right? Now you can buy coins, but this is like everything else. Like I'm stuck on this, after 3 years of ads on Royal Kingdom, I finally suckered into downloading that stupid game, and I've been buying coins for like the last 2 weeks. So anyway, it's the same as doing that, but it's just you're playing casino games, right? And so plus they give you a bunch of free stuff. Like you really don't have to buy coins. Now, if you want to play longer, you're probably going to have to buy the coins. But if you go back every day and play for, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, you have enough free coins to get through some stuff. So that is social casinos. So that's like Pop Slots, Quick Hits slot app. What's the other one? Jackpot Party. All those.
My Konami.
My Konami. All those games are just you playing virtual currency, and there's no way to cash out any real monetary value. You could cash out like show tickets and discounts and stuff like that, but not actual money. Sweepstakes is totally different. They go under the sweepstakes laws of each state, and these are 100% real money transactions where there's money in and then there's money out, but it skirts the law a little bit because it's really in a gray area where you're not really putting money on the line. You're converting that money into virtual currency and then cashing out that virtual currency and converting it back into cash. And so it's a sweepstakes. And the problem that we've always had with these is just the lack of regulation and oversight in this area. And that's always going to be a concern for us. Not all of them are bad, but I think a lot of them rely on the honor system. The old thought that, well, as long as we're honest and we keep paying people out, people will keep coming back. And that works, right? Until something breaks in that, breaks that. And then it's just all hell breaks loose, which is what happened last week, right? So we recommend not to go into the sweepstakes unless you really know what you're doing. And if you want to do that, man, get your money out fast. Put a little bit in, play it, cash out. And don't play anymore until you fully cash out and get your funds and then start again. That's going to be our recommendation for those sites because you never know what's going to happen. They could be gone tomorrow.
You don't want your money. The valuation of coins can go down.
Yeah. Guys, in the terms of service of those, they set the value of those sweepstakes coins. So $1 equals one sweepstakes coin. That's the way it is for all of them right now. But in the terms, at least on 3 of the ones that I checked out, I'm not going to name names, they have something in the terms of service that says that they are allowed to change the value of a sweepstakes coin at any time. Now, they're not going to because then everybody's going to get mad and leave the platform. But what if they know they're closing shop next week? It's just speculation. We don't know that. We don't know that they would do that. But why else would they put that in the terms of service? It's just a red flag for us. So just be very careful with that. We have no problems with social casinos because there's no real money transaction. There doesn't need to be any regulation there. But please limit yourself to those coin packs. Don't go crazy. spending hundreds and hundreds of
You're
dollars.
You're
it's
not
gonna
playing for you're playing for those rewards.
right.
They are way out of whack for what you're going to put into them to try to win something. Just get the free coins, play the free coins, have fun with it. Have fun, okay? Just remember, all of the pop slots, My Vegas, My VIP apps are fun. That's it. They're fun. You're not playing for real money. You're not going to win a car. Have fun.
That's right. Then it's really about entertainment. It's about playing the games you love and, being in a social environment. You get to play with others, things like that. Let's see. Lori, real quick, I see your question. Does it matter what time of week you play? It makes no difference. Time, day, nothing. Number of people playing, none of that stuff makes any difference on the outcome. So that's bogus.
Here's one from Paul Keller. Is $2,000 a new threshold for taxable hand pays? Yes, that takes effect January the 1st.
That's right.
And I got another one here. There was a couple down. From 1 Corinthians 13, can they change the RTP rate on machines when they're moving them around? So in order to change that, they need a representative from the Gaming Commission there. They need that person to be there. I actually have this card handy for me for once. Look at that. There is a card when they open it up that looks like this. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
This is actually filled out from LaBerge. And on here somewhere, I can't see it on here right now, but the Gaming Commission signed off on this and said tape reapplied. They would have noted if they changed the payback percentage at all. Most of the time, and I'm going to tell you a large percentage of the time, a machine goes its whole life without having the RTP changed on it. Once it's set, they don't care about it. It's staying that way. They have no interest in changing it because of the time it takes and the difficulties. Now, if they are doing something with that machine, they may, I say may, also have Gaming Commission there in case they feel like changing the percentage at that time. And that is up to them. They can do it. But the large majority of machines in this country do not ever change from their birth to their death. They stay the same. So,
yep. Well said, Dave.
And I like this card. It's like a neat little collector's item.
Oh, I know. I've got a couple here too.
I mean, it's just so cool.
Yep.
CPU battery.
Yep. Let's see. We got some more gifted memberships. J-Dog come in with another 10.
Thank you,
J-Dog. Appreciate you, buddy. That's 20 for you, right? That's awesome.
Dang. It's 15. Not a competition, guys.
Yeah, no. But we appreciate you.
And Majestic. Thank you, Majestic.
Gifted 10. Guys, thank you so much for your generosity.
Make sure to go check out Jason's channel as well. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. It's about time it happens.
We're going to have a lot of fun with him on his channel on G2E. Make sure you subscribe because you guys, you're going to miss it. We're going to kick him out of his channel and take it over. He's not going to have a choice.
Give me this thing. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. We're going to put him in a chokehold and ask for his password. And we're going to log in and take it over. Just kidding. We would never do that. Or would we? John Conti says, my partner has played and won a lot, like large sums of money on those platforms. He's talking about sweeps. And they never paid. They locked her account and didn't answer. So this is part of the concern. Now, this isn't like
that's horrible
everywhere, but when you don't have regulation, these are the types of things that can happen, and you have no recourse. You have nobody to go to, right? So whenever this happens in a land-based casino, let's say that you were playing a slot machine. You thought you won a jackpot, and it didn't pay you. You have somebody come over and say, I need some explanation as to what happened. I don't understand. And they say, it was an error. And you're like, well, am I going to be compensated? And they say, no, just spin it off. Okay. First, just don't spin it off. Just say you'd like to file a complaint and go from there. But that's the thing is you have, as a player in a land-based casino, you have full access to the state gaming or tribal gaming commissions to file a complaint. Take evidence, take pictures. If you have video, that's great too. Document what happened and then go to them because they will immediately start the investigation and they will side with you first unless proof otherwise. And so it's really important that you go through and document as much as you can and they will come out maybe not right away, but they'll get your name and number, and they'll come out and do forensics on the machine to figure out what actually went wrong. But it's not just for slot machines. If you see something funny on a table game, or you see something funny at the cashier's cage, whatever you see, you have protection to run to somebody, right? Sweeps, you don't have protection. So if that company kicks you out for whatever reason, we've heard stories that somebody was missing their initial when they signed up, and the initial was on their license, and they denied payout because of that. I'm not saying that's a global issue, but that is something that they could do to deny you a payout, and you can't run to anybody. And so that's why we really say be cautious with those sites. We're not saying they're all terrible, avoid them at all costs. We never play them, but you really should be aware. Like, you need to be educated and understand what you're getting into before you start putting money in there and may have a problem cashing out, or something happens where the game glitches. You're at the behest of them, and that's it. There's nobody else overseeing it, if that makes sense. So thanks for sharing that. And that's just a PSA for you guys, so you know what you're getting into with those things.
Yeah, for sure. And then another one here from Michael Callow, Jerry Gallo. Michael Callow. Every time I think I say the same thing with his name.
Yes.
There is a local casino here in Iowa. They're purchasing another casino. How easy is it for them to implement their player's card into the machines? Extremely easy. It is very easy for them to implement. They may or may not do this. They may be buying that casino to keep it separate, because your own best competition is yourself. So it may or may not happen. If it does, it will happen pretty quick. Everybody from the original casino will essentially be ported over to the new program in some way, shape, or fashion. The time up to it can take a long time, but when it finally does happen. Example, the Cosmo, when MGM took it over. It took forever to have that final step.
They missed that deadline like 2 years.
Over and over again. The difference being in the casino in Iowa doesn't have the same issues, so it will be most likely a smoother process if they do take it over. I would not be shocked if they kept it separate programs.
Yeah. Yeah, lesson learned, right? So Paul RW has a geeky question. I love these. If the return to player was around 90% back to the casino, which is the national average, by the way, does the RTP get worse according to the law of large numbers, like less payout and bonuses? So that's actually not what the law of large number means. So one thing that you guys got to keep in mind with how slot machines work is that every single spin that you do is an independent and separate event. Whatever has happened in the past has no bearing or influence on what's going to happen in the future. And slot machines are built that way on purpose, unpredictability. And so how they do that is basically you have the random number generator, and we did a full video on this. Mods, if you want to put it in there, the second part that I did about 3 weeks ago, put it in here. I won't go into great detail here, but every single spin is going to be the same. That RTP, or the random number generator, is going to be picking from a certain set of symbols, and those symbols equate to whatever probabilities they've programmed in there for all the different combinations of wins and losses that you could possibly get on that machine. Over time, a very long time, millions of spins, it will eventually reach that 90%, but not because it's actively balancing to get there, but because it just will happen naturally because of the probabilities. We know the probabilities of picking an ace of clubs out of a 52 card deck is 1 in 52. So if you were to shuffle it and pick a card out, and you keep doing that over and over again, shuffle, pick a card out, shuffle, pick a card out, it may take you 30 times to do it, may take you 2, may take you 100, may take you 300, may take you 40. But if you do it long enough, law of large numbers, if you shuffle that deck and pull out a card around 100,000 times, you're going to see the average number of picks it took get closer and closer and closer to 1 in 52. The odds never changed. Every single pick, it was still 1 in 52. That's exactly at its core how slot machines work and how it will reach that goal of 90% or whatever the setting is over time. But that's why you also see swings on either side. Like people say the hot and cold, and I'm using those in quotes because that stuff has to happen in randomness. It's not because the machine is actively balancing or trying to tell you something. If you see a machine that seems to be hot or seems to be hitting frequently, you may tend to think it's in some kind of paying mood. It's some kind of paying cycle, and I need to stay on it. That is confirmation bias. That's the gambler's fallacy. You're going to get into trouble with that because it's actually not telling you anything. The next spin could be totally different from what has happened before. In fact, it will be. But those things will happen. You will see cycles of hot and cold where machines seem to be paying and then they don't seem to be paying. Use that same example I just gave you with the card. Did you notice how sometimes I said it only took 20 attempts or 3 attempts, and then sometimes it took 300 or 200? It's because in the short term, it's going to be all over the place. It's going to be way above 90%. It's going to be way below 90%. And it just will have those swings. And that has to happen in randomness. If I didn't see that, if it was actually predictable, where you said like every 5 spins, there'd be a bonus round, and you were able to do that consistently for 1,000 spins, then that would not be random. Something else is fixed there. But because we don't see that, and we see it all over the place where it's back-to-back bonuses, and then sometimes it's 40 spins before you get a bonus, sometimes it's 100 spins before you get a bonus, because we see that, we know that it's random. If that makes sense. So very good question. Hope that was a good explanation for you guys. But if you want more details, go watch that video that the mods put in. We covered it in more detail than that. All right, on to you, Dave.
And from Sheepshead Mary, what do you think as a single woman? Will it be safer to stay and pay for a strip hotel or stay at Fremont, fully comp plus free play? I can tell you to this that both places are completely safe and both places are completely dangerous. Use common sense. Well, it's true.
No, you're right.
Common sense as you would anywhere else. Stay in public places, stay in lit places, stay where there are people, stay near, where you can see people, police officers, all that. Do not walk down back alleys on the strip. Do not walk down back alleys on downtown. Okay. If you're on Fremont Street, you're around a lot of people. There is a lot of police presence everywhere. I think you would be just as safe as anywhere on the strip as well. Just again, stay in those lit, well-populated areas. All right. If you don't feel safe, there are casinos on both sides of you in Fremont Street. You can just run straight into one. You can grab someone, police officer around, which there are plenty, and you would be completely safe. Just stay in safe areas. I would personally say you'd be fine at Fremont Street with your fully comped room. Not sure which hotel. I think Fremont Hotel. I love the Fremont Hotel. It's right there in the middle of all the action. Again, just stay right there in the lit area. You'd be great. During the daytime, it's completely fine. You could walk to downtown Grand, which is really close by. The same thing I would say to anyone staying on the strip. Stay in the well-lit areas. Don't go into the dark areas. Stay with where the people are, where the police are, and you'll be fine. But ultimately, it's your decision. If you don't feel like it's safe, then obviously make the decision for yourself.
And also a good thing to do is whenever you get into a new casino, see where the security desk is.
Yep.
That way you have a beeline right for it. If you think, this has happened to me at least twice, where I've actually had to walk to the security desk because I felt like somebody was following me. It happened to Brantley and I once, where somebody was just being obnoxious and kept following us around the casino. And so we walked straight to the security desk and told them, and they ended up finding him on camera and kicking him out. So find out how to get there and just start. If you feel like somebody's following and being creepy, the closer you get to that security desk, the more likely they're going to buzz off. So, think about that. So try to find where it is and then plan your route.
Another tip that I actually have gotten from several single female friends is you go up to somebody and just say, "Hey, I hope you don't mind if I talk to you for a second. This guy's creeping me out." Most likely that guy is going to be like, "How you doing? Yeah, sure. Which guy is it? There are the majority of nice people in this world who are wanting to help somebody. So, never take up that opportunity either of just saying, random stranger, "Hey, I don't know if you mind sitting next to you a second and just talk to you like I know you." You might make a friend. You never know.
Yep.
And here's a quick one from Hey Helen. Tribal casino is not part of state sovereign land. Casada policy, federal option only. They don't take out state taxes. That's odd because here in Oklahoma, I should say, WinStar and Casada both, if you take out taxes at all, they take out both state and federal automatically. You don't have a choice. You can't take out just federal. So every state has their different, policies or whatever they want to follow.
Let's see. Yeah, Brian, finally a question where he's not trolling us. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well, man. Security will also walk you to your car, and they can't take tips. That, man, good point. They'll walk you to your room too. Like if you need an escort to your room, use them for that. You win a big hand pay, you're worried people are watching you. And also, guys, don't be the creep. Don't be this person that sits down in the chair. You see them; they're sitting backwards in the chair like this, and they're just watching people. Um, don't do that either. In
That's weird.
my recommendation is not to do that. I know you may be wanting to watch their gameplay and stuff like that, but try to do it a different way because it's going to make people feel uncomfortable, and we don't want that environment in the casino, right? So I see it all the time, man. It creeps me out. Like you get that feeling, and you're just like, you look back there, and there's somebody just like hanging over the chair like this, just staring at you, and I'm like, cash
You can
out.
feel it, like the hairs on the back of your neck stand
I'm
up.
like,
Yeah,
I'm out of here. Like I can feel him breathing back there. It's like, okay, it's time to
gone.
leave. So
And here's one from Lola Roll in Detroit to Vegas. Wouldn't you guys agree as the older machines are removed, the new ones are set lower because the strip casinos keeps increasing? Now, I will say I do agree in most circumstances that the newer games coming out are a lower percentage, not because the casino is wanting them that way, because the manufacturers are pulling them out that way. Mark recently saw a machine because it was progressive attached to it that it was like 88%, something like
yeah,
that. That's
it
the
was
only
lower.
setting
Yeah,
you could do. You couldn't do anything else. 88% was it. So that was it. The casino holds aren't really increasing. Casino are generating more money in different revenue streams. So they're not necessarily trying to increase or lower their RTP settings. The manufacturers are doing it for them, but casinos are raising all their other fees and everything associated with that to make profit. Because remember, they have to go through gaming commission to change one machine's payback percentage, but they don't have to check in with anybody to raise a room rate $10 or to raise parking $1 or to raise resort fees $1. They don't have to do anything at all. They just do it. So they don't really necessarily need to mess with the machines to still make money.
absolutely right. They'll get you as quick as they possibly can.
Yep, every which way they can.
That's right. And Junior says casino etiquette is a real thing, and I wish more channels made video on them. Video idea, nice. Thank you, man. It's a
Casino
good idea.
etiquette is a big thing, and we've tried to show that before, but maybe we make a little bit more of an extended video on it.
Yeah, I think we've done a little bit of
Slots
it.
and tables.
I think the next time we're in a casino together, we should do one. Make it fun.
Downtown Grand, because we can record at the tables there.
That's right. Very true.
And there's a lot of etiquette that goes into table games, way more than slots.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah.
There's etiquette in table games that just confuses me sometimes because I'm like, what? What'd I do wrong? I did the same thing that guy did. So, yeah. Don't do this. Don't do that. Use one hand, not two hands.
And shout out to Susan, our number one mod here. She started with us a very, very long time ago. And she says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. She is absolutely right. Guys, if you're enjoying our content, we would love a subscription, thumbs up, all the fun stuff. We really do appreciate you guys in here every single week. Wednesday Q&A. Yeah, I said that. But okay, I'll let you say it again because you're our marketing.
Double hit it.
No, don't double hit it because then it'll unsubscribe.
Hit it 3 times.
There you go. All right. We'll keep it going. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate you, man. Or woman.
From Marvin Cosito. Does Hotel Downtown Grand do status matching? They do not do status matching like most of the downtown area. They don't really status match. If you get it like at Circa, they do it one time only, and that's it. So a lot of those properties is one and done now. But you don't really need a status match because there's nothing really you're getting for it.
Not anymore, man. They've really phased all that. I think the one we did at Fontainebleau was the last decent status match we did.
Yeah.
Ooh, we took them for $500 in food credit.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I've never felt like I have won so much.
I know.
Taking that down. I don't have one that's prepared here, but here's our lockbox. And we got a question from Jay. How many $100 bills does the lockbox hold? At one time, I stuffed 23 in here, I believe. I just did it through here, pushing them in, and I folded them up, just so they fit in there and put them through. So it's about 23 that can fit in there. You maybe even get better. I don't know if Brian or Sherman can tell you how many they put in. But I know they've both been pretty good about packing those in there.
And then you got Susan that has like 3 of them.
Yes.
She's prepared. She's prepared for big money.
It's like, bam.
And Rocky says, in a Class 2 casino, does it matter which game you play since it's just bingo? Yes, it does.
Yeah, some of the games suck.
Yeah, some of they all have different volatilities, and the way they work that in is with the card distribution and the prize distribution. So you got to really pay attention to. It's kind of tougher, I think, to tell what the volatility of those games are. I haven't really figured it out, but if you can stick with the basics, like the 3 reels, I know we talk about 3 reels exhaustingly, but those are the best, at least at WinStar, to play. Whether it's single pay line or five lines, are sweet spot. That's the ones we love the most, but. If you stick with those, the better. But the ones that kind of turn video, like the Hunt for Neptune's Gold and all those, they kind of push the volatility up just a little bit. So it's not completely equal. If that makes sense.
From Samurai Jin, third option from downtown is that you can walk and they take the tram to get to. No, I do. I have done this before. I have walked from Mandalay Bay to downtown. I do not recommend this for anyone. When I did this, I was in my 20s, and it was during the daytime. Walking back was at night. I do not recommend that for anyone. Do not do this walk. Just take a taxi, an Uber, the bus, whatever. Don't walk this. Not now. When I did it, it was probably safer than it would be now.
Yeah, right.
And it is a long walk. I mean, it does not seem like it is because you look at the map and it doesn't seem like that long, but it is many miles from Mandalay to the Stratosphere. And then it is at least a third of the distance to go to get to downtown. I don't recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some sketchy areas between there.
There are.
Carrie says, somebody told me it's bad table etiquette to bet against the table. If everyone's betting black and I want to bet red, I don't see the issue. That's not etiquette.
The only table etiquette I will say that is along those lines is on a craps table when everyone is betting the pass line and the one jerk comes up and bets don't pass. He's betting against the whole table.
Yeah.
In roulette, no, that's not a bad table.
It's not a community
against the table.
Yeah.
It's not a community the same way. But in craps, it's more of a community effort. But no, I wouldn't consider it to be bad etiquette to guess red over black on roulette.
Yeah, bet what you want to bet.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Except for don't pass. Don't be that guy.
I'm going to do that whenever you're around it. Just to mess with
you. You can see the eyes on you. So imagine the whole table is betting pass line. And then you bet don't pass. And then it comes up a 7. You are a pariah. You can just feel the eyes. I hope your half a bet was worth it.
Wow, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, experience right there.
Exactly.
And look at this guy. NJ Slot guy asking a question. What are 3 less volatile old school games?
5 times pay, 10 times pay, 12 times pay.
Less volatile.
I know. I'm just messing with him.
Essentially, watch John's channel and anything he plays, don't play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Except Zoltar. That was a fun game. That was a blast.
Just kidding about the 5, 10, and 12. This is like an inside joke. We've been.
Yeah. John loves those games.
As long ago, a year of him playing 5 times pay, saying, I can never hit anything on a stupid thing. I just never can hit anything. I just never hit anything.
What voice are you doing? John doesn't sound like that.
I don't know his voice.
What?
You do his voice.
I can't even do his voice roll because I'm still sick.
Oh, come on. That's a cop-out.
There we go. So I'm laughing up too hard.
Can't do it. What's up, guys? NJ Slot guy here.
See, you're doing it again. That's not how he sounds. Boy, what's up, guys? NJ Slot guy here. We're going to be playing 5 times play.
Play?
Yeah, see.
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Mark. His favorite game, 5x10.
I don't know whether you're coming up with that voice. That's like NJ Slot guy with a sinus infection is what you're doing. Or on helium.
It could be. Paul Wooten, I won 5,000 on 10 times pay. Yeah, you're the only one.
I mean,
you'll never hit that again. I promise
you will never hit that again. That's for sure. Yeah,
that's
a
what's
guarantee.
so hard about that game. I mean, it's just a high volatile game, but if you hit it, man, it's good. It's real good.
Here's from Hobo Nat. I am a new gambler and appreciate everything I've learned from this channel and others. We appreciate you being a subscriber and paying attention and learning. My question is, what is the purpose of backup spins? Backup spins are more of just an etiquette piece of if you had a good win, just doing a couple of spins to spin it off. 2, a little bit of superstition of, okay, I had a big win. Maybe I can catch lightning in a bottle twice. I myself, after a good win, always do 3 non-winning backup spins. And that's just for me. It's superstition. It's because I feel like, hey, I could hit top dollar again. I could hit this again. And plus 3 spins is kind of like done and out. And I can leave knowing, hey, I did my backup spins. I'm good to go. I know that the next spin wasn't a win. The next spin wasn't a win. And the last spin was a win. I feel like that closes the book and I'm good to go. And thank you for watching.
I don't think we got this one. I'm very reluctant to bring it up.
Bob Top Dollar
helped us. Thank you, Bob Top Dollar.
Bob actually loves Top Dollar. He has a whole.
No, I'm telling you, he's a closet freak when it comes to Top Dollar. Yep. He has probably a house just filled with them. He's just, you know how people are. Like if they really, it's like, what do they call it when they're, you know, when you're trying to hide the fact that you absolutely love something, so you like
self-deprecating Top Dollar.
Yeah. It's like just you try to hide the truth by admitting, you know, the opposite or whatever. I there's something wrong with him. We're just kidding. We love Bob Top Dollar. He keeps it funny, but everything he posts is sarcastic. You got to remember that.
Exactly. He really does love Top Dollar.
Now he's going to say, "When have I been sarcastic? Top Dollar is the worst game ever." That's what he's going to say. Watch.
Gary Slots bonus wins. Any casinos in Vegas not charge resort fees? Yes, there are several. You can Google for the list. But there are several that do not charge resort fees at all. And they have never done it. And they probably never will. I don't know the list off the top of my head. So that's why I said Google it.
I told you.
When have I been sarcastic? Right there, Bob. Right there.
You can't even say that without being sarcastic. Oh, man. Cash Out Slot says the original Top Dollar less volatile than a double Top Dollar. They're so similar, but there is a difference. Original Top Dollar, the original Top Dollar, you get more frequent line hits than you do with double Top Dollar. Also, the bonus rounds, even though you don't get some crazy stuff like you can get on double Top Dollar because of the multipliers and stuff, the averages that you get around most bonuses in regular Top Dollar is always around 35 or 40 credits. But when you get to the double Top Dollar, it's a little bit lower than that. Like you get a lot of 15s and 20s and 25s on double Top Dollar. But you have that chance of popping that really big one where you just don't have that good of a chance on regular Top Dollar. So it's really like they're very close. But I always say if you're going to play a higher limit, a higher denomination Top Dollar, I actually recommend playing the original and trying to get a bonus and get out, right? Because, man, it would suck to burn all that money to finally get a double Top Dollar bonus. There's a bunch of 10s and 15s. At least with the original Top Dollar.
10 times 2.
Yeah, you get that for 20 credits. You know, you can have that. But yeah, that's always been my recommendation between the two.
And from Kim Slot Sleuth, why do some influencers play at the El Cortez in Vegas? The El Cortez is extremely recording friendly.
Yes.
They about, I would say roughly a year ago, just went off the deep end and letting people record, and it has done nothing but help them. They have really changed that property around in the last year, gone through a renovation, and I really do believe it's a huge part of all the influencers that they brought in to allow recording.
Right. Smart move on their part, I think.
Super smart move. And they've embraced it through the social media too. They really have done a great job.
I agree. That was a smart move. Let's see.
It's like I'm going through them.
Yeah, this is kind of we're not going to be able to answer it tonight because we have like 3 videos to talk about it. Lou Ross, what makes a slot machine low or high volatility? I will tell you just briefly what it is and then go check out some of the videos. But slot machines are not created equal. Even though they may all have the same payback percentage setting, which is how much the casino is going to hold of everything that goes through there, the way they get to that end result can be quite different. Some are very heavily stacked on giant wins, giant progressives, big bonus rounds, but the exchange to that is that it's very hard to initiate those. It's very hard to get the bonus to even have the opportunity to hit those things. Those are considered high volatility, high risk, right? But potential high reward. Then you have the other side of the equation, which is the games that are a lot more calmer, double diamond, sizzling sevens, those types of games, blazing sevens. These games, in exchange for giving up those big bonus rounds and progressives, the max payout may be 1,000 credits. That's it. So those will hit more frequently, but not with the exchange of not being able to get those gigantic life-changing wins, right? And so you really it's your decision where you want to be. We like low volatility games because you can last longer, you can churn through more comps because you're going to be able to get some hits that will keep you playing, and you still have the potential of hitting something decent. And that's why we typically like playing at the low. But it's very difficult to tell unless you watch somebody else play for a while. And we always recommend doing that on YouTube or whatever. Find somebody playing it for like at least 10 minutes or a live stream or something like that. Not just the wins. That doesn't tell you anything about the game. Watch a full session and you see how often did the bonus round come up? Did it take forever? And then when you got it, it was terrible? That's a high volatility game. So just, you can learn by watching other people play, if that makes sense. All right. Moving on, Dave.
From Kyle, if I was banned from Cosmo, am I now banned from all MGM? That really depends on what the stipulation was. What they'll do is when you are actually banned from a casino, they will give you a form. That is a form that they're required to give you. And it will say that you are banned from this property, all properties, whatever. If they do not give you that form, you are entitled to get that form. Call them up and say, I was not given this form. I need to know the stipulations of my ban from XX property. But they usually are very detailed in giving you that. There is a guy who will escort you out. While you're escorting you out, he will read this whole entire card that they have prepared for all security. And he will start going yada, 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 yada. While doing that, someone else is going to get that paperwork to you for you to either sign. You don't have to sign it. It's up to you. But you do get a copy of it. And they will say did not sign or did sign.
Jody, I see you in here.
Busted.
I know. This is
Wait, aren't you going back to school, Jody?
Yeah, she just got home.
Okay.
Well, she got home a little while ago. But Jody's my beautiful, wonderful wife. She's always been a big support. So thank you for being in here. You are always my priority. But so are you guys. I'm going to get that one when I get back.
Yeah, you're screwed. From Brenda Lee, living in Alaska. SK just opened in its first casino. However, it's native run. Do they have to follow the same rules as all casinos? So tribal properties, which people seem to really think are completely ungoverned, are actually more governed than casinos in Las Vegas or other states, because they have to follow federal gaming laws as well as sometimes laws of those states. So in Oklahoma, for example, they have to follow both federal gaming, Indian gaming laws, and they're required to follow several of the Oklahoma gaming laws, which basically why they have 18 and up gambling versus 21 and up, because they had to say that decision. That was a state decision. Several things that they have to comply with for state gaming. So yes, tribal gaming does have to comply with rules. They are not the exact same rules as Vegas casinos, but they are just as strict. They still protect the player. They still make sure that everything is fair and everything is well governed. And quick note on taxes. Tribal casinos actually pay an enormous amount of tax. Huge federal taxes and state taxes. Anyone that tells you that tribal properties don't pay taxes, you can look this up and see. Last year, tribal properties paid nearly $5 billion in federal taxes alone, and another $3 billion in state taxes. I looked this up last year. MGM International, of all its properties throughout North America, paid less than $20 million in taxes. Caesars paid even less. So that gives you an idea of the scale of what tribal properties pay, because there's no loopholes in federal taxes for tribal properties. They don't get to do all the corporate loopholes that the other places do. I like throwing that in because a lot of people think
Yeah, I
So
know. Yeah,
they don't pay
they're
any
just
tax,
getting
but
away
no,
with
they pay a
everything.
lot of
They're just
tax.
robbing everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, they pay a lot of tax.
Shelly Phillips says, "Will a machine have a limit on how many big jackpots grands it can give in a lifetime?" No, there's no limit. There's no such thing. It just may not happen that often because of the probabilities of hitting such things. So a grand jackpot may be 1 in 500,000 spins. I don't know what it is. I'm just speculating. So that could tell you on average, 1 in 500,000 spins, the grand will be hit. So it could take 1,000,000 spins. It could take 2,000,000 spins before it hits, those types of things. But there's no limit. They don't put any limit in place or anything like that. And Shirley has a question. If you want a jackpot when you ask to have the taxes taken out, do you have to tell them how much of the tax, or do they automatically know? They automatically know based off of your social and where you live and all that kind of stuff to figure out your taxes. So you don't have to tell them anything.
From J Dog, Gamble Smart. Wish you had been my statistics and probability teacher in school. My statistics professor. I don't know if they liked me or not. Everything I had to do a paper on was gambling related. I'm pretty sure they thought I had a problem because everything was gambling, because that was the best way I could relate it to a topic was gambling.
Yep.
All that. It was like gambling was the best. Gambling's why statistics exists, I think. Sure, it's probably because other things, but gambling.
No, gambling exists because it's relying on most of us not understanding statistics.
That's true. That's true.
That'd be my take on it. It's like, let's think about some way to make money off of people in the most complicated way possible, because what do most people not understand? Advanced math. Perfect. Let's create a gambling system or a device that plays into that. And here the slot machine was born. There you go.
Let's make it spin.
Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. I think we're gonna. Oh, we got one more.
Quick
Go
one
ahead.
for JR. Dave, are you still on break from gaming?
That's me.
No, I am not. It was
Dave's
Mark.
definitely
Mark's still on break, but he's doing great. He's almost done.
Yep.
And really, I don't even think you've not even said, hey, maybe we could sneak away to the casino. Not even that. None of that.
Not
now
gonna
he
happen.
did say my time ends September 9th, and I was like, yeah, but you kind of need to wait till G2E at this point. Because you made it this long.
A true 3 months is September 9th. But if we have some deals coming up, and so if we had to make it to a casino between then and there, maybe. But I'd rather wait till we get there. But yeah, almost full 3 months next week.
You're doing great.
End of next week. Yeah, it's great. Feels good.
He's going to be at WinStar just for the buffet.
Oh, God. I won't even make the trip for that. Forget it. I'll just hold the camera and watch you play. I'm fine with that. At this point, honestly, I am fine with that. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for all your great, wonderful questions tonight. We had over 400 of you. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe and thumbs up on the way out, and ring the bell for notifications so you can get when new videos drop. We drop a couple every single week. And we don't really have a set schedule except for this Wednesday show. It's kind of whenever we feel like getting something done. So we do appreciate all you guys for everything that you've done for us and all the comments. And make sure you go check out Pop Slots. Like I said, time's running out to get entered into that. And if you missed that, rewind back to the middle of the stream when we talked about it and get your entry in. So we really do appreciate you guys. As always, gamble smart.
Gamble safe.
Take care, guys. Have a wonderful weekend out there.
Have a good one. And have a great Labor Day.